What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have some Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beginner tips, but before we get into it, if you could drop a like, subscribe. I know, I'm a small YouTuber, I don't have that many subs, but every subscriber is greatly appreciated on that road to 2,000 subscribers, and we're going to aim for 20 likes on today's video. Subscribers, you got to help me out there. We're going to try and get some big likes on today's video. I'm hoping for some good views, although for all I know I could only get 50, so I have no idea. So drop a like, subscribe. Going to be uploading best class setups soon. We're doing diamond gun guides for assault rifles, SMGs, snipers, anything you guys need help with. I'm probably going to be uploading that soon. I've already got the assault rifles diamond on that dark matter grind, and going to be doing the headshot tips. A lot of things are going to be coming for Black Ops 4, just more tips in general and tips that aren't for beginners, a bit more advanced tips. That's going to be coming soon, so subscribe, turn the bell on. If you're a subscriber of mine already, get that bell on. I need as many views as I can, as quickly as I can, to get more subs. Okay, that's all out the way. Let's get into the tips. Tip number 1. Use the acoustic sensor gear instead of the stim shot. The stim shot is good, but the acoustic sensor is better. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What is the acoustic sensor? Well, it is pretty much the 6th sense perk from Black Ops 3 on steroids. What it does is, on the minimap you can see this little red triangle going off occasionally when an enemy is in a reasonably close distance to me. Now this tells me what direction they are in, allowing me to pre-aim certain areas and expect where they're going to be and just know where they are going to be. You can see it happening right there, and it is so helpful because in this game there's people left, right, back, forwards, above you, and you need to have as much intel as possible about knowing where the enemies are. This game is all about intel, information about where the enemies are, and the acoustic sensor piece of gear is crucial to succeeding in this game. Every time I do not use this piece of gear, I feel naked and it just can't play as well. It is so good, highly suggest it. Use it for a whole day, and I guarantee you will be better than when using the stim shot. So definitely do that. Now, I know what you might be thinking, this thing's overpowered. How am I gonna, go up against this when other people have it? Well, you want to run the dead silence perk. This is pretty much the best perk in the game at the moment. It makes your footsteps quieter and it keeps you off other people's acoustic sensors. Really good perk, highly suggest using that. It's going to definitely improve your game. Definitely put that one on. Next tip is about minimap awareness. Now this is more just general Call of Duty knowledge. I don't know what the range of skills watching this video is, so I'm just going to tell you guys how the minimap works, how you can know where the enemies are. So pretty much on the minimap you have your teammates as the blue triangles, and if no one on the enemy team is shooting, you pretty much don't know where they are. So to know where they are, you have to know where your teammates are, because where the enemies are is where your teammates are not. I know that's a bit confusing, but pretty much just look at the space on the minimap, and where there are no blue triangles, that's where the enemies are going to be, and that's where you're going to want to go, and that's also where they're going to be spawning. Now, there's a lot of things to take into consideration, because we also have to take into consideration the kill feed at the bottom left. If a lot of enemies have just died and been killed by your teammates, you have to expect a lot of enemies to be spawning in that blank space of the map, and that's gonna mean you could be taking on 3 or 4 people at a time, which you want to look out for and try not to do. Go with a teammate, or do something that will just make you survive more, be more likely to survive. Okay, so I got those pretty crucial ones out the way for the beginner players. Let's dig a bit deeper, and now another one that a lot of people make mistakes. I definitely did this when I first started playing Call of Duty, is running in the middle of the map. You do not want to run in the middle of the map. Now this is obviously dependent on what map you're on, but maps like firing range, it is an absolute death sentence. There's people above you, behind you, left, right, forwards, and it is just going to get you killed if you run straight through the middle of the map. There's some maps like the one I'm playing on now, where running through the middle of the map is actually considered a flank. Now, I have to mention this word flank and define it, because a lot of people won't know, but pretty much a flank is running behind the enemies, so via one of these side lanes, and pretty much killing them from behind without them expecting it. Now, a flank can be done through the middle of the map on certain maps, because it's so unexpected to run through the middle and get behind the enemies, and I think this map is one of them. So flanking is very helpful to having map control and getting more kills, but also don't run through the middle of firing range. It's not going to end well. Okay, those are some big tips out the way, but I've got an even bigger one, and that is to heal before reloading. A lot of people might be doing this. A lot of people might be reloading before healing, but you don't want to be doing that. Now, why do you want to be healing before reloading? Well, in this game, having the most amount of health is crucial to winning gunfights, unless you're an absolute beast getting headshots every kill, which if you're watching this video, yeah, you're probably not, sorry. But pretty much, if you have more health, you're at least going to have a chance of using the amount of bullets you have to kill the enemy. Whereas if you have a full mag and half health, they're just going to shred you within a couple bullets, so because you don't have as much health. So definitely heal first, just think about it, heal, and then reload, because at least you might have some ammo to get the kill. Next up is actually a blackout tip, so I'll make it quick, but pretty much you can go to the options and then you can go to the blackout section, and you want to switch your item pickups from hold to press. Pretty much you're just going to be able to tap square or X to pick up stuff instead of holding it. Can help you out, what was the word I'm looking for? I can't remember, but you know, it's good, just do it. Okay. Next up is head glitching. Oh my god, if you guys aren't doing this, this is a big mistake if you're not doing this. Head glitching, what is it? Pretty much, it's when you are in a position where the enemies can only see your heads and the bottom half of your body is covered up. This pretty much makes it easier for you to shoot the enemies, but harder for them to shoot you because they can only shoot at your head. But take into account, if they do shoot you, you're probably going to get melted because they are hitting headshots on you. But most of the time they're either not going to see you, or you're either going to be able to take them out easy because their aim isn't as good. Big tip, one that everyone uses, do it until you're a professional player because it is a big one. Next up is run the appropriate streaks. Now this is one that I'm just going to go through quickly because, you know, it's not the most important thing, but at the end of the day, if you're not going to get attack helicopters, don't run the attack helicopter. Use a care package. Care packages are really good in this game, and you want to pair the care package with the engineer perk. Now what does the engineer perk allow you to do? Well, it pretty much allows you to re-roll the care package, giving you a better chance of getting something better than what might already be in your first care package. Say you get an RCXD and you have an engineer perk on, you re-roll the care package and you're guaranteed to get something better, which is very helpful, especially for those not as good players. So definitely run the engineer perk in a care package and the UAV and the RCXD, and you'll be having a lot more fun with your kill streaks in the game. Next up is just general team play. Now what does this mean? Well, a lot of you guys might not be the best players. You probably admit that to yourself, you'll know. Now, you might be costing your team the game by giving the enemy team streaks, and just to counter that, you want to just throw on a rocket launcher. I'm just going to try and get this through quickly because you probably might not care about this, but throw on a rocket launcher, use specialists that'll help out the team, just so your team don't get hella mad at you and you might actually have a chance of winning. Next up is to party up. I'm going to go through this one quickly as well because it's pretty obvious, so just grab some friends that are good, maybe even if they're not that good. Communicating is something that you will have as an advantage over the enemies. Just talking where the enemies are, what's happened, it's just going to be a general advantage. And if you can get some players that are better than you and really good, you're definitely going to have better chances of going well and winning more games. Next up is playing to weapon strengths. Now, what are weapon strengths? Well, there's obviously different tiers of weapons. The most common ones are the assault rifles, SMGs, and snipers, and also the tactical rifles. So pretty much what you want to do is when you're using an SMG, you want to stay in the short to medium long ranges. SMGs really aren't that good in this game, so I probably wouldn't suggest running them if you are not quite the best player. I'll definitely suggest sticking to the assault rifles. The assault rifles are definitely the meta at the moment. Highly suggest using them, and make sure you're at those medium to long ranges, or even sometimes short range, because the assault rifles are so good. But stick to those outside parts of the maps on the head glitches with the assault rifles and you will dominate. Next up is the sniper rifles. We're not into a new tip yet. I have to talk about the snipers. If you are somehow using snipers and you don't consider yourself to be the best player, just stick to really long range areas. Don't go close and running and gunning. Stick to long range areas, camp it out, do whatever. Alright, I think that is about all the tips that I have written down here. So, if you guys did enjoy today's video, drop a like, leave a comment. Going to be uploading more of these. I'm going to upload the best class setups, headshot tips, diamond gun guides, news, leaks, opinions, a lot of Black Ops 4 stuff coming soon. So drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.